So early maintenance on site is essential for promoting growth and vigour in the crop, and that then is active in the management of your revenue, final timber revenue.
I suppose the vast majority of landowners will take on a forester, a registered forester, for a period of 4 or 5 years as a contract to look after their forest. But we always tell farmers that really it is their crop. Certainly it's great to have somebody to do that work, but really, like any other farm enterprise, you're going to take an active part in it as well. So there are things you can do, I suppose, in relation to management in the early days and of course as you head for thinning as well.
Vegetation control, whether that's by manual means or spraying means.
Fencing is still there, there's no trespass of animals.
It would be broadleaf shaping, and it could even be just as simple as going out and assessing the crop for nutrient deficiency, checking drainage in the sites, and generally just going out and having a look at the crop.
Literally to take a walk in the forest. If they're only small trees, you're the one who's going to see it most often, hopefully. Take a secateurs in your pocket or a loppers, whatever size the trees are. There's lots of guidelines online in relation to how you go about that, and we run field days in relation to maintenance.
Very important to do maintenance for the first 2 years, especially with conifers. If you don't maintain them the first 2 years, a lot of them will get smothered with, if you have grass, scotch grass. When the scotch grass die back, it'll kill the trees or smother the trees so. You have to maintain them for 2 years at least anyway, either spray them or hook them with this hook or walk them down, wherever. So spraying is probably the most cost-efficient way with knapsack sprayer and a cowl on it, so you go around every tree so. It's a bit probably labour intensive, but it's the only way you can do it really, you know what I mean.
As regards pruning, a high pruning on conifer trees doesn't really happen anymore. It was granted years ago, but that ceased. When it comes to broadleaf shaping, it is essential to promoting a good crop and a good stem, because what it does is it takes the heavy branches away and it promotes the leader in the broadleaf tree.
There's an old saying in woodworking, there's one worse thing than a live knot, and that's a dead one. And there's only one way really of removing dead knots and live knots from wood, and that's to get a pruning saw and get out there and start pruning. Does it have an economic advantage? Most certainly in some species, but not so in others. When should it be done? Really and truly it should be done after first thinning. So when the diameter is around 17 centimetres and the tree has the potential to grow 2.5 times the diameter of the tree when it was pruned. So 17 centimetres is ideal. So we'll get it up to its economic diameter of 50 centimetres, and it just takes the knots out of the trees. Formative shaping is something that's done early on in the crop. So if a crop has put up 2 forks, 2 leaders, you just concentrate the growth upon 1 leader, and it has to be done in the first 4 years to get the maintenance grant in the 4th year. Very important thing to do, just to allow 1 leader to grow. And again, if a tree is growing up towards the light and has only 1 leader, you're putting on straightness at the most valuable part of the hardwood, which is the bottom 6 metres. Up above that then it's really that the crown is starting to form, so I would also allow crown to form, but formative shaping is absolutely necessary in the first 4 years. But
shaping can change, and we're talking about broadleaves here, shaping can change a tree from potentially firewood to veneer quality timber. So that's the quick use of a very small instrument in the early days will hugely change the quality of your timber.